The warning came from an unlikely source. The Archivists, an ancient species known more for record-keeping than prophecy. Their representative, Keeper Thlos, stood before the Galaxy Council with a statement so bold it seemed almost absurd. If you harm humanity, Thlos announced, they will hunt you. Not for weeks, not for years, but forever, until your species ceases to exist. This is not a threat we issue lightly. This is a warning written in the blood of 5 civilizations we have archived. The council chamber erupted in laughter. The Centauri ambassador dismissed it immediately. Humans are emotional, yes, but they lack the sophistication for galactic vendetta. They will move on. The Xinthian representative scoffed. If we ever encounter this species, we will crush them. Your archival databases are outdated. Even the human representative, Dr. Marcus Shaw, looked uncomfortable at the warning, though he said nothing. Thlos's words were formally recorded and filed away, dismissed as the paranoid ramblings of an elder species. The council continued its business, and the warning was forgotten. It was forgotten until the Centauri made their mistake. The attack on a human colony was meant to be routine, a resource acquisition operation on a frontier world. The Centauri would extract what they needed and leave. Instead, they encountered resistance. The colonial militia fought back. The Centauri responded with overwhelming force. The colony fell. 42,000 humans died. The Centauri reported victory and moved on to other conquests. They expected humanity to grieve, negotiate, perhaps mount a diplomatic protest. What they didn't expect was what came next, the hunt. Within a month, human warships were appearing at the edges of Centauri space, not attacking in force, but striking carefully, precisely, systematically. A supply convoy here, a mining installation there, a research outpost, a fuel depot, each target chosen to maximize. The squad leader's eyes widened as alarms began blaring in his communications device. Across the entire planet, the same pattern was repeating. Human civilians, doctors, teachers, engineers, artists, were standing in front of invasion forces with smartphones and tablets, activating code that shouldn't exist. The Zarthian military network began to cascade into failure. Sarah continued walking toward the soldiers as they stood paralyzed. You invaded because you believed humanity was unprepared. You were right. We have no standing army, no weapons of mass destruction, no advanced starships. We couldn't defeat you in conventional warfare. She stopped directly in front of the squad leader. But we have something you don't. We have curiosity. For the last year and a half, human scientists and engineers have been analyzing every piece of Zarthian technology we could access. We found the vulnerabilities. We created the exploits. We trained civilians to deploy them. The squad leader's visor display suddenly went dark. Around him, every soldier's equipment was shutting down. Weapons systems powered down. Communications died. Armor locks disengaged. You're vulnerable, Sarah said. Stranded. Your air support is grounded. Your orbital stations are offline. Your entire invasion fleet is experiencing systematic cascade failures from the Persian Gulf to Sydney. Impossible, the squad leader whispered. Not impossible, Sarah corrected. Just unexpected. You assumed that because we're not militaristic, we're not dangerous. You assumed that because we lack your weapons, we lack your capability. You were wrong. She held up her phone. This device, something any human can use, has just disabled your entire operation on this world. Because while you're building weapons, we were building minds. Creative minds. Problem-solving minds. Minds that don't think like soldiers, so your military systems never anticipated how we'd attack. Across Earth, similar scenes played out. Zarthian soldiers found themselves surrounded not by armies, but by civilians. Civilians who understood their technology better than they did. Civilians who had spent months training to use smartphones and tablets as weapons more devastating than any conventional armament. The Zarthian fleet, stranded in orbit with disabled systems, attempted to retreat. But the humans had anticipated that too. Civilians had disabled the propulsion systems months earlier with dormant code, waiting to activate. The invasion lasted 4 hours. As the Zarthian survivors were processed as prisoners the military analysts would struggle to comprehend what had happened. They'd been defeated not by weapons or soldiers, but by a human scientist with a smartphone. The military doctrine would need complete revision. Threat level unknown. Species possesses capacity to weaponize ingenuity. The galaxy would soon learn what this meant, and they would tremble.